Welcome to the Medellin miniseries, everybody. We're here in Medellin, Colombia, one of the biggest cities in the country. I've got a couple videos for you. I want to show you just a few different destinations while I'm here. And this video is all dedicated to Comuna 13, Community 13. So it leads to one of the most beautiful views of Medellin that you can see. And it's got a pretty fascinating history. So we're going to jump on into that, teach you all about it, while we work our way up to this beautiful, beautiful view. A buena vista, as you would say. So Comuna 13, or Community 13, is one of the 16 different areas within the city of Medellin, and it's got a very unique history and a lot of evolvement and evolution that goes along with it that we're going to learn about in this week's video. To start off, I'll give you kind of a background. So it was built in the 60s and 70s as kind of a migratory area where kind of displaced people came. There was no electricity or water. They just kind of made this village, and it grew and grew. And then in the 80s and 90s, it turned into this kind of haven for the darker side of Colombia that you've heard about, for all of the, guerrillas and paramilitary and the drug trafficking. All that stuff came into Medellin through this area. One of the most dangerous places in South America that anyone could visit. But obviously, I'm here, so things have changed. We're going to continue our journey up through this community. And then in 2002, one of the new presidents, Álvaro Uribe, had kind of a systematic takeover of the area. So he used kind of aggressive means to retake the area and started to fight with the paramilitary and the guerrillas and kind of push them out to reclaim the city that way. So that was one tactic used, and they somewhat kind of started to reclaim the area and bring them into the city. Something interesting to know, in the US, the rich places are up on the hill, right? We know that. But here, rich places are actually down in the valley. And the further up on the mountain you go, the poorer it gets because you're further away from the city center. So the city's way out on the western fringes, and like I told you, they're kind of this ostracized community at first, and so they weren't very well connected into the city. You'll see the rest of the story as it plays out, but there's all kinds of stuff down here you can walk through, and it's a lot of fun. Let's keep moving along. And then about 2011, the mayor of Medellin decided to kind of include them a little bit more into the community and decided to do so through more humanitarian means. So we installed a metro line into the area, installed a cable car that connected them even more to the city and brought more life to it. And that alone made a huge impact. So it became way more connected and the streets became a little more lively. Kids started to play on the streets again, and a lot of artists came to the area to start utilizing the space and making it a more beautiful area. And then the mayor also decided to install a series of escalators electrica, something like that. My Spanish is not very good, I apologize, into the city to kind of eliminate the need for the 300 and some odd steps in this super, super steep part of the Comuna. And so they installed this series of 6 escalators that have kind of given it this super different take. So it's become kind of a thriving hub, and now it's a center for art and change and community and gathering. So that's loosely the story of Comuna 13 and where it's at now. And so a huge part of their story is rebuilding and focusing on growth and transition rather than the dark history. It's all about evolution and changing your cards. And so a big way to do that is by supporting the local community and purchasing and consuming the stuff that they make and produce and helping them to kind of further evolve and change. So it's a fascinating story that I love and I think is super cool, and it shows nothing is as it seems. You can always work and change things. And like I said earlier, a big part of the community is the artwork here. You can see all kinds of beautiful stuff all throughout. And so there's a lot of elephants because elephants have a good memory and they want to remember what they've been through and where they've come and where they are now, to kind of show that gratitude. There's also a lot of birds because birds are a sign of peace. So there's a lot to explore and a lot of artwork to see, a lot of Instagram selfie spots, and it's a good time. So we're going to keep enjoying this video and slowly make it up to that beautiful buena vista I was telling you about. Just want to give a shout out to our local tour guide here in Medellin, Andres. He has a brother here visiting family. You guys have seen him in some vlogs before. Very good at Spanish. I am not. Thanks, Andy. Getting a little thirsty and hungry after climbing up all these escalators. So one of the best things to do here is get some juice.
It's a soda michelada.
It's a soda michelado, basically just salt and lime juice. And there's all kinds of fresh juices here, jugos, every different fruit you can imagine. We went for the lime today, super good. It's got some passion fruit in there you might be able to see. I love sour, fantastic. Definitely stop to get some juice, but also some food. We're gonna get onto that. And the best thing to get, I find, is an empanada or an arepa. You can find either pretty Venezuelan and Colombian, so they're pretty good, and it's kind of just this fried dough thing with all kinds of different stuff inside. This one has potato and meat. All the stands have sauce and stuff you can put on it. Super good. The sauce is always fresh. They have all kinds of different sauces, avocado sauce sometimes. Highly recommend that. You'll enjoy it.
Hola.
Gracias.
Alright gang, and then you make it up here to the top. There's lots of little bars and restaurants, and I got a bunch of loud music. So it's beautiful. You get to see all the way across Medellin, all the high rises and buildings all the way up the hillside on the far mountain. It's beautiful. I really enjoyed it. It's a good time. So Comuna is a must stop in your visit to Medellin. Absolutely put it on the list. Come and get some juice, get some fresh food. It's awesome. The story alone is beautiful and something to come experience, and it really is a truly extraordinary place full of life and this renaissance of culture and living and love for life. So you see Vida everywhere, that means life. And to wind things on down here, I just want to remind you that I do have Amazon links in the description below if you're interested in any of the gear that I use, cameras, backpacks, any of that sort of stuff, my paddle boards when we go out on the lakes and whatnot. And if you had fun today exploring a little bit of Medellin, we got a little bit more coming your way, so make sure to click subscribe down there. Come hang out with us in the future and have a good time and see a little bit of what else Medellin has to offer. And this video is dedicated to one of the most adventurous couples that I know that always got travel advice for me no matter where I go. John and Elaine Bishop, this one's for you. Thank you so much for a kind, generous donation to me and the channel for graduation. I really appreciate it. And in conclusion, just like Comuna 13, Community 13, you don't have to accept how your life is. You can change it. Things can happen no matter what. This place was the most dangerous community in South America. And now it is one of the most beautiful places that celebrates life. And just like that, you can change your life as well. You just have to go out there and go create the world.